Matt, all senior nights are different. They take on a little bit different chemistry, but the last 20 minutes, could you have written it up or drawn it up? And I'm talking about both ends of the floor, not just threes going in the basket. Any better than that for this group?
Yeah, it was a great second half for our seniors to be able to, play their last half of basketball and be able to get into rhythm. I thought the start of the game we had a chance to really get going. We had 4 wide open threes and we missed all 4 of them. And so, but sometimes when you struggle a little bit, it helps you as the game progresses to be able to play better in that second half. But I thought our guys were ready to play the start of the second half, and then we just build off of that.
Matt, I'm sorry, Matt. Besides, you just said your team being ready to play the start of the second half, what did you like most from your team from start to finish tonight as a whole?
Just our effort, our ability to rebound the basketball. I thought Penn State really took it to us. And, the game, at Penn State. And I thought we did a better job of fighting them and getting loose balls and getting those long rebounds. And then our ability to hit free throws. On a night that we turned the ball over the most, we've turned it over in conference play, we were able to rebound the ball and get 14 more possessions and knock down our free throws. So just trying to, just be consistent in some key areas.
Matt, 20 years from now, what will be like just one Robbie Hummel memory that will stand out for you, whether it's on the floor or off?
Probably the memory is just the fact that he never made excuses and never really felt sorry for himself. Just the whole package and what he had to go through the 18 months of rehab and having some shooting struggles. I really didn't think he would struggle shooting the basketball for us this year. I thought that's the one area that he would be okay in. But when you get out of rhythm a little bit and you're away from the game so long, it takes some time, and it took some time for him to get into his rhythm shooting the basketball. But just, his approach to things is what I'll remember. There's some kids that come in here and, they get it. They understand the big picture. He wants to win. And so much happens in recruiting. Everybody wants to know how it works for them in recruiting. And the one thing I don't try to lose in recruiting is I hope you're coming here to win a championship. I hope you're coming here to be a part of a team. And he was just wired that way. Actually, guys like him spoil you because you want everybody else to be that way. And they're not going to be. But they do spoil you. You're always on the search for that perfect type of guy. And he has, he has faults just like everybody else. But, he's not a finger pointer. He's a guy that takes it on, and he's hard on himself, and he just wants to see Purdue win or whatever team he might be on.
Matt, just these last probably 5 or 6 games, your offense has really been moving well. You get 21 assists on 27 field goal or 27 made field goals and shoot 65% after halftime. Just, I guess, how come your offense is functioning so well lately?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think Tyrone Johnson is doing a good job for us of kind of picking his spots. I thought he got us off to a good start in the game. DJ Bird, whether he's playing the 3 or the 4, really stretches the defense. And, his ability to shoot the basketball and be consistent in that area has really helped. Obviously, in the last half of conference play, Rob Hummel's been, one of the best players in our league. He's rebounded the ball. He's scored the ball. He's been very, very consistent. Ryan Smith is always that threat to shoot. And I think Lou's done a great job for us, breaking down the defense. When you think about those pieces right there and just being an efficient offensive team and trying to manufacture a good shot each time down. And sometimes it's not your ability that comes into play. It's your ability to make a decision. Everybody has the talents to do things, but can you pass up on maybe a good shot and get a great one, or maybe an average shot and get a good one? And then that's what a basketball player does. That's what an intelligent basketball player does. And I just think our guys are playing better together, and it's really coming out, in our point totals and our decision making and just how efficient we've been.
Coach, did you ever sense that Robbie, you talked about he struggled with his shot, and he hadn't struggled so much with his shot before until the early part of this season. Did you ever sense that he struggled with confidence at all? And how did he work through it? Because it's one thing to,
Yeah.
how did he work through it from a mental standpoint?
Well, I think the one thing you have to be able to do, and I think Tyrone Johnson's doing it now, is you're always going to have more success when you're able to play through your mistakes. And Rob's a guy that we've always continued to play, no matter how he shot the ball. He's just, he's been a workhorse for us for the past 5 years, and playing in 4 of those years. So every great shooter, good shooter, whatever, everyone goes in slumps. There's yet to be someone who's played this game that didn't go into a slump. And you just try to watch film and see what he's doing. I thought that he rushed some things. I thought he was taking some bad ones at times. He was floating on his shot coming forward. And you just go back and watch tape, and you get that corrected. And you always got to tell guys that can put the ball in the basket that you believe in them. And it was something I was that way with E'Twaun Moore. When he passed up a shot, or which didn't happen often, or Jawan Johnson. When you get to that point, you have to make the shot makers feel good about themselves. You just do. And he's a guy that's the same way. You got to make him feel good about himself and encourage him to take as many good shots. I think in theory I had a grand scheme and he had a grand scheme that he had to shoot a lot for this team to win. And I don't think that's true. I think Rob Hummel just needs to play. And if he gets 8 shots, great. If he gets 18, great. But just make good decisions and play and rebound and, fight them and get 50-50 balls and, just play the game the right way you've been doing your whole life. And then with that, you're going to score more. I think he's proved that.
Coach, you obviously had a lot of emotion with it being senior night. Now you go to IU, it'll be their senior night.
Right.
And obviously with it being a rivalry, there's a lot of emotion already involved. How do you consistently keep your team up to go into that environment and just play with the same emotion they had today that they do Sunday?
Well, I'd like them to play smart. I think that's a good way to start anytime you go into a tough place like Assembly Hall. You have to take care of the basketball, and then you have to do your job on the defensive end. And, they took it to us when they came in here. They were tougher than us. They were quicker to the basketball. They played like it meant more to them. So you got to give those guys a lot of credit the way they came in here and took it to us. So hopefully we can do a better job in some of those areas.
Playing off that, are you different now? And how much more significantly are you guys different now than then?
I think we're different offensively. We still, even though we out-rebound Penn State by 14, we still have to do a good job of staying out of rotations, keeping our defense compact so we have good rebound balance. I think that's important for us no matter who we're playing. But, we've won 5 out of 6. Is that right? 5 out of 6, and I really just go to the next game. So if 5 out of 6, they've just done a better job playing together and sharing the basketball. It's fun to watch. It's fun for you guys to cover. It just is when guys are moving the basketball like that. But they are a different beast at their place. They've proven that, and they can get it going. They can get the crowd into it. What we've been able to do on the road this year is when we play well, the crowd's not into it, and the refs don't have a play in it. It's funny how when you play bad, you're mad at the refs or the crowd's getting real loud. It's because of your play. We can control some things, and taking care of the basketball is one of those things we can control. But we have to take good shots. We can't when it gets so loud in different venues. When we've had success, we've been patient. When we have struggled, then we've taken a bad shot. Normally it's quick, early in the shot clock. All right, thanks.